Hi, Mark here from the Tangibound Podcast Network and host of the flagship show, the Tangibound Podcast. Did you know that we over at Tangibound are always looking for amazing podcasts to promote? And did you also know that we are also proud nerds and geeks of everything from movies, music, gaming, TV shows, and comic books to wrestling, MMA, soccer, and football? Whatever you can nerd or geek out about, we've got it. And if you're interested, we can help you find it. And if you're a show looking for a place to call home, we've got you covered. Side effects may include upset stomach, dizziness, tumors, shakes, and in some rare cases, death from excessive laughter. Though to be fair, it's only sometimes. Other side effects may include diarrhea, gallstones, heart palpitations, and strong desire for cookies on the dark side. Talk to your doctor and visit TangiboundNetwork.com and see if Tangibound Network is right for you.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Do you ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom if the toilet paper sticks to his fingers?
Do you ever wonder why Superman wears his underwear outside of his pants?
My name is Imran.
My name is Anthony.
He's the Jock!
And he's the Nerd.
And we're your hosts for the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we sometimes try to attempt to answer these questions.
This is a full spoiler podcast, and we swear a lot.
Check it out for awesome geek news, interviews, and comic book reviews. Visit jockandnerd.com. We are your superhero TV, movies, and comic book culture curators.
Boom.
Jockandnerd.com. Jock and Nerd!
Welcome to the podcast from Temperance Town, the sexiest podcast of world renowned. Tony grows a beard to hide his chin, swaps it with Earl so it glistens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Download the pod, you won't get enough of these dapper chaps talking deadly fluff. In Hobo Gulch they run a homeless mission, clanging and banging with the pentagram of kittens. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. They enjoy their whiskey and local craft beer. By Odin's unkempt pubis we give a cheer. Tony's a raccoon when he's booziest. Don't be a savage, be an enthusiast. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. On the frozen tundra they call it a lock. Tony likes to masturbate in a sock. Brian pisses rocks cause it feels so great. I still don't know who the fuck is Tate. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. The boys will let you know when there's a Spurler. Due to male pattern baldness, they don't wear curlers. Stay salty, people, that's their closing line. And don't forget, have a beer, you'll be fine. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty, salty language, kings of the sexy frontier. Salty language.
Hey enthusiasts, what's happening? This is Salty Language, episode 418. We're kicking off year, 9 of the program. We've now done 8 years. We're working toward 9, so we're, yeah.
It's crazy. The show's going to be reaching puberty soon.
Right?
I know.
Oh, man, this thing's going to be a monster when it's in puberty.
I know, right? Podcast in the corner just jacking. I'm like, God damn it, Salty Language, get out of your pants.
Yeah. What pants?
Yeah, right.
They just get in the way.
It's true.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
It just slows you down.
I actually looked. We're recording this on August 4th, 2019, and I looked. Our very first episode, we recorded before, but it went up on August 2nd of 2011.
Yeah, actually I have that in my calendar as the show's birthday.
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
You know.
It is.
So, yeah, a couple episodes ago, I, made the comment about how we, had done 8 calendar years of programs. And now we've officially hit the date on the calendar of 8 years.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Whew, man, yeah. You know, it's so funny. I've seen so many podcasts over the last few months, like seemingly hitting 5 years, 6 years, which is awesome, you know, because that means they've lasted.
Oh, yeah,
you know?
for sure, right?
Because we've seen so many not make 1 year or 2 years, you know, and it's just so strange looking at the fact that fucking 8 years ago we started this. It does not in my head seem like 8 years.
Yeah, it's pretty bizarre, isn't it?
But it's, you know, you can't deny it when you look and go, well, 418 episodes, do some math here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so this is another big one we're, you know, stomping the door down in. So, yeah.
I mean, you know, maybe we should have, promoted it or something.
I kind of, well, this is very us.
It's very, very, very
us. Yeah. I didn't so much think about it until I sat down to record because I was like, wait, it's August now. And I was like, our show birthday's got to be really soon because I thought it was early because we recorded it, if I'm not mistaken, we recorded it in July. And then we were like, well, let's just put it up in August, like start the month and we'll go from there.
Yeah,
so,
I believe that's what we did.
I think it was just the way the calendar fell, basically. We were just like...
we just suck.
Yeah.
Let's just face it, Brian, we suck.
That's fair. That's fair. So,
it's okay, though. It's all right.
That's what I've heard. Everything's going to be all right, right?
Yeah, I was just actually listening to a little reggae earlier today. I was making some dinner. Every little ting. It's going to be all right.
Yep. That's what I've heard.
Apparently it's correct.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Correct Amundo.
Yeah, boy. Well, speaking of music, man,
yes.
I found it interesting. I brought up Spotify yesterday, and I was like, what am I going to listen to? And just kind of, scrolling a little bit. And then the thing ticked on there that, and silly me, it's like, Tool's whole, like, discography.
Yeah, right.
Is now available via streaming. You can buy it on iTunes, or whatever Apple's calling their store now, iTunes, or, So,
stupid.
Google Play, or Google Music, whatever the fuck they call their shit. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, ooh. So yeah, I started just running through some old Tool stuff yesterday. So
yeah, I was pretty excited when I just randomly popped on, Spotify, and it was like, what was it, trending or whatever, and there was a Tool album, and I was like, what? Because I remember when I first got into Spotify, that was one of the first things I did. I'm like, I want to listen to Tool, and I was sad because the only thing I could find was like cello covers of Tool songs and stuff like that,
which I'm sure were interesting.
I did listen to them; they were kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I was pretty excited about that. It was funny though because I did something similar. Like I had pulled up my iTunes because I was going to refresh, the podcast that I have on my computer. And when I went to do that, on the homepage, I saw a Tool album, and I don't know why it didn't. I forgot which one it was now, but it didn't pop out in my head as an old Tool album. And I was like, and I'm like, oh shit, did their new album drop? And I was like, wait, no, this is an old, like when I opened the art for it.
Got all excited for a second.
I still was excited, but not as excited. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that was a nice little treat, to go back and listen to some stuff. Like I went back and listened to, I forgot the name of the album already. It was like their first or second one, and I was like, man, I haven't heard this in forever. So that was kind of nice because, like, on the stations I basically was listening to on Pandora and stuff, anytime they played Tool, it was off of most of the stuff was off of Enema, however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah, that album.
Yeah, which is a fine album. It's just it's like, okay, I've heard these a billion times. They have other songs. Can we maybe
come on, guys?
Maybe hear something else? No? Okay.
No, not at all.
Yeah, but
it's good to see. Good to see.
Last night I just put on my iTunes and put it on shuffle because I data cap, so I'm just
Data cap.
Can't listen to Spotify as much as I'd like to, you know.
It happens.
Yeah. So I just had it on there, and holy crap, man. It's funny how, you remember back when we had our shop, like the disc changer that was in there, like seemingly at times would be like, I'm going to play this album only.
Yeah,
like,
it was weird.
All day. And it's funny how the iTunes Shuffle essentially does that too, because I heard so many Misfits songs and so many Vandals songs, which I'm fine with, obviously, or they wouldn't be in my library. But, and then in between, I heard probably half of Eric B. and Rakim's collective work, which, again, I'm fine with.
Yeah, that's okay.
You know, it was just weird how, and they kept trying to play the, like, one of, like, 3 Christmas albums that I have. Like,
oh my God.
And I was like, I gotta take these out of this playlist or something, you know, like create a separate playlist to use for Shuffle, you know.
Well, it's like, I mean, along those same lines, I'm gonna shift back to Spotify briefly.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, when they have, like, the playlist, it's like, you know, your fucking summer hits. You're like, oh, okay, cool. Let me listen to, like, some of the stuff I already listened to or whatever. And it shuffles tracks, and then it'll just drop in, like, a Dave Attell track because I listen to Skanks for Memories, for instance. You know?
Right,
It's like, wait, but this isn't music. Yeah. You think they'd have some sort of algorithm.
Yeah, that would tell it.
That would be, like, filter out the stand-up or, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the other thing that sucks is because I have so many hip hop albums, there's a lot of intro/skit tracks that come up.
I hate the skits on hip hop albums.
And I'm so dumb because what I should have done forever ago is every time I got one, just get rid of those.
Yeah.
Because after you listen to them the first time, most of them you don't want to ever hear again, you know?
No.
I mean, there's some. Like, some of the Ludacris ones kind of make me laugh, and there's a few Eminem ones that I find entertaining.
But for the most part, it's like, just give me my music, please.
Like, I listened to off of, I can't remember if it's Relapse or Rehab, but there was one of the Steve Berman skits, and Eminem comes in, and the guy's like, where the fuck have you been, you know, kind of a thing. And he's like, you know, the music industry's gone to shit, and Em's like, he's like, yeah, that's why I'm here, you know, I want to do a new album. And the guy was like, you know, it was like, the last time I saw you, you shot me or something like that. And he's like, yeah. And the guy goes, then you just disappeared in Detroit for whatever. And he's like, you know, it's like, man, I had a drug problem. And the guy was like, you know, he was like, you know what, just, he's like, just give me the music. So he drops the stuff on the table or whatever. And the guy's like, what the fuck is this? 2 CDs? And he goes, yeah, I made 2 albums. And, the guy, I can't remember, there's something else said, but then the guy basically, you hear him like cock a gun, and he was like, just get the fuck out of here. And I was like, whoa. like easy.
Yeah, easy, buddy. Easy, champ.
Just kind of made me laugh because, you know, the old Steve Berman skits were the opposite, kind of where he just gets violent on Steve Berman, you know, so.
Naturally.
But, yeah, most of them, though, it's like, these can go straight to hell.
Yeah, I'm generally not a fan.
Yeah, like I said, they're entertaining the first time.
And the skits, like, in the beginning of the track.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a lot of that on Wu-Tang.
There is, unfortunately, yeah. Oh, yeah, that actually, there was a lot of, not Wu-Tang that came up, but ODB, a bunch of ODB jumped up on my shuffle, which again, I'm not mad at.
Shimmy, ya, shimmy, shimmy, yay.
Well, it was, the one was, what was that album called? It's like Return to the 36 or whatever, and it's...
to the 36 Chambers.
Yeah, but it's like the dirty version or something like that, where it's like more of him, I think, or whatever.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I had, you know, like I said, I ain't mad at it. And
no, how could you be?
And yeah, the very first song that came on of his was Shimmy Shimmy Ya, which, you know, is what it should have been, because I love that song.
I mean, yeah.
Dude, I can't remember what song it is. There's one of them that came up. Oh, god damn it, I can't remember what it is. I think he does like a duet with some female singer, and he's singing, and he's so bad.
So you did singing in like air quotes?
Yeah. He was so bad. But, you know, it's entertaining because it's ODB. You know, like, you know, he knows he's terrible, but he's still owning it, you know?
Well, I mean, Dirt McGirt, Big
Right.
Baby Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Good shit, though. Good shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Dang it. I was looking to see if I could find it really quick. But, yeah.
These people get nothing. They know how to Google, Brian.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I wish I could remember the song, though, because it was Return to the 36 Chambers was the one album that popped up the most. But, yeah, anyway, yeah, it was good times, I hadn't really spent a ton of time with my musics in a while, so I've been kind of hitting that up.
Just jamming music all the time now.
Yeah. Well, I feel so bad because there's so many podcasts that I want to listen to, like I'll see the subjects and be like, ooh, that'll be an interesting, but it's just like, I said it before on here, I just get to a point where I'm like, man, I need some music back in my life. So
Yeah, and that's like, so one like major regret of not driving anymore for a living is I used to be able to just plow through podcasts like crazy.
Yeah.
Now it takes me a couple of days to get a couple under my belt.
Yeah.
If I'm lucky.
Right. That makes sense.
It's weird how it goes like that.
Yeah.
But then when I'm out here like cooking or something, I like having music going. I don't want to.
I found the
I
song.
want to hear people babbling at me.
Yeah, that's understandable. Well, like what started is I've been listing stuff on eBay, and since I'm typing and doing information-based stuff, I don't want podcasts talking to me because otherwise I'll start transcribing basically. Whereas music, I can just kind of get lost in the beat or whatever,
Right.
So the song is he duets with Macy Gray, and it's "Don't Go Breaking My Heart."
Really?
Yeah, you need to listen to this.
You should for sure put a
link for it.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
Oh, I'll try to find one. Yeah, it's so bad, so bad.
Yeah,
but
sounds
again,
awful. But now I'm super curious about it.
Oh yeah, it was enjoyable only because and I love the fact that Macy Gray isn't like she's straight on a champion and just doing it the way she should, and
right.
Dirt's giving it all he's got, but he ain't got much to give. Yeah, he ain't got much to give, but that's all right.
That is hilarious.
So I realized something from listening to my musics the other night.
What's up?
I think I kind of can't stand Avenged Sevenfold.
That's fair. There's a couple of them that I enjoy.
Yeah, that dude's voice is so nasally to me.
Right.
It's so kind of whiny that every time it came on, I listened to a couple of the songs, and then every time they pop back on, I'm like, yeah, no, and just passed.
Like, not feeling it, bro.
Yeah, it's weird how it changed like that, On the other hand, a bunch of Hatebreed came up, and that I was thoroughly digging, but...
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I haven't listened to that.
Hatebreed.
Yeah, that one album that's Live in Detroit one kept coming up, and I kind of enjoy that. Like most of the time, I'm not big on live albums or whatever, but I enjoy that one because of his interaction with the crowd.
The first time I listened to that one, and I think I even talked about it on this very podcast.
Yeah,
made me realize what an oddly positive band.
Oh
they
yeah,
are for being called Hatebreed.
Yeah.
Because like their songs are like destroy everything, but then it's like obliterate what makes you weak.
Yeah, yeah.
Just it's interesting.
It's good stuff. That's it's actually because I remember the first time I listened to that was actually you mentioned that to me because we were in your Jeep coming home from like I don't know a night of drinking somewhere,
right?
And we were listening to like that album. Because I think at some point, doesn't he like thank Jesus or something like that?
I can't remember.
Or something along those lines.
Possible.
Either that or like he just gives this like incredibly positive message to the crowd in between songs. Yeah, and then he's like, all right, Detroit, get the fuck up.
Yeah, it's so silly.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with it.
Yeah, me too. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's like, you definitely feel like, Hatebreed. I mean,
yeah.
Like, okay, I get it. And it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, it is always weird to me though. Like I said, when you listen to these like shuffle mixes, like what comes up, even like when I would put the Slipknot channel on Pandora.
Right.
You're going to hear more Slipknot than anything because it's the Slipknot channel. And since Corey Taylor also fronts Stone Sour, you're going to get a good mix of Stone Sour. So you're going to get a lot of Corey Taylor, which I'm fine with. But it's so weird how I got to where I actually went through and unliked a bunch of songs because I noticed that, like, on Pandora, the same songs were playing over. And it's like, I get that they're your favorites, but it's like every time I boot this up, you don't have to play them.
Like, give me something new, bro.
Yeah, throw in one or two of those favorites for every, couple other songs, that way.
Throw me a bone, Pandora.
Right? Like, jeez.
Golly.
Right.
Golly gee willikers, even.
Exactly. And I don't know what the deal is, but I don't know if it was a licensing thing or what, but, like, there never was any old Metallica played. Like,
really?
The only Metallica that got played on there was, like, Black Album Forward. Rarely something maybe from Injustice, but it was mostly Black Album Forward. So I don't know.
Speaking of Metallica, did you see they're going to be live streaming S&M 2?
No, I didn't. I knew they were doing it, but I didn't know they were live streaming it.
Yeah, it's going to be live streamed to, like, movie theaters.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was going to be like a pay-per-view, so yes, it is. So.
But I was, talking to a dude yesterday who was talking about when S&M 1 was a thing. They did it on pay-per-view because he paid for it and watched it.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because I didn't see it until it came out on video because, worked at a video store, so I just waited.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, I would definitely
I
would
am.
go see it.
I'm not going to lie. I'm a little surprised almost that instead of doing movie theaters, they didn't just do it to where you could just stream it anywhere for like $10.
Well, they're kind of like weird about streaming stuff.
Well, never mind. Duh, I'm dummy. If you do it in a movie theater, every person who walks in has to pay $10.
There you go.
Yeah, if otherwise it's going to be like, hey, who all wants to come over and watch Metallica? And you get a house full of people that paid $10 total.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe.
Right. Maybe.
Is it on Napster? Like, that would be the ultimate funny. Like, if Napster still, I don't even know if Napster still exists, but if it did, for them to stream it on Napster would be hilarious. As the exclusive home of it,
Oh, you know what?
What?
I'm looking at the article now.
Uh-huh.
It's not a live stream thing. It's just gonna have a one night only screenings that take place in the fall.
Okay. Well, it's still neat though.
Still, I think I'd check it out.
Yeah, because the sound's gonna be, pretty awesome in a theater. I would think for it.
I would hope so. Annalise, shout out Annalise, right? She should know all about that theater sound.
Yeah.
For sure.
Also, shout out to Annalise because her birthday was this past Friday.
That's true. That's true. It's so convenient that her birthday was Friday?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the same day as our podcast birthday? Or do we share a birthday?
August 2nd would be 2 days ago.
Hold on.
That might be it. Wait. I think it was Friday.
So.
I love that we're doing this math on the
I know, right? We're
podcast.
The best.
Yeah.
Why is it not? I know it was her birthday because I texted her, but it's not on my calendar anymore. The fuck, bro?
Apparently, you don't find her important anymore. Wow, harsh, dude. That's what happens when when somebody retires. Their podcast. You just scrub them from your phone. Apparently,
yep, they're gone forever.
Dead to me.
Forever.
You don't even listen to podcasts, but if they don't do one anymore, dead to me.
Dead. Yeah.
That's the only reason this show keeps going on.
It was for sure Friday, Brian.
All right. Well.
So it's like
wow.
Salty language and Annalise share a birthday.
Yeah.
We should do a big birthday bash next year.
I agree. We're both 8 years old this year, so
right.
Yeah. Wait.
That'd be hilarious.
I don't think it works that way.
Yeah, we should definitely plot something next year. I'll have to reach out and be like, so, guys.
It is our big 9th year, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It'd be funny. Well, next year will be our 10 year.
Well, no, we just passed 8 years of doing it, so we're into 9 years, is what I was meaning earlier.
I got you.
So we'll turn 9 next year, but we're...
Man, I'm glad you told me that, because I was just about to order a cookie cake.
No.
Would have been all screwed up.
No.
I would have to eat it by myself in shame.
I mean, you wouldn't have to.
Like every cookie cake.
Yeah. You should just at least get rid of the by yourself part of it.
That's true.
Just share your shame with people. Not the cookie, but the shame.
Right, naturally.
Yeah. But can I have a piece of... No. That's
I
why
mean, that's had to have happened. Somebody's had to have gone and just bought a cookie cake just for themselves.
Oh, yeah, dude. People buy birthday cakes at, like, the grocery stores and stuff for themselves.
I never even considered that, I'll be honest.
I mean, you're just like, sometimes you're like, I could just eat a giant cookie.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I just need to house the sheet cake.
Yeah. Welcome to Days That End in Y. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, hey, I need a cookie the size of my head.
Yeah, right?
And then they make 2, put them together, and then I have one. Damn it.
That would be cool to get like a giant cookie cake that looks like a big-ass Oreo.
Ooh. Like a cookie cake pie?
Yes.
Like you take one and then you put various fixins in the middle and then another one on top?
Yep,
and
exactly.
then
See,
frost that
some
sumbitch?
the fixins layer, and then you got the bottom layer, and then you got the lid.
Naturally, you gotta have a lid.
Yeah, gotta have a lid.
All right. I think we got our new business.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
It comes with a free side of insulin.
Yeah. We'll call them thick cookies.
Yeah.
That's
THIC.
CC.
CC.
Multiple C's, yeah. Because they that thick.
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 Cookies be thick.
Yep. Have you ever wanted to get a cookie that's super thick? You tired of those, itty bitty things? I don't know, I got nothing.
Tired of those whack-ass thin cookies?
Yeah. Are you tired of everyone telling you should eat thinner cookies? Or less cookies? Fuck them.
You want the kind of cookie that makes your teeth hurt?
Before you eat it?
Yeah, from sugar and chewing.
Yep. I don't know if you want to advertise that it'll hurt from chewing, because that,
Well, because it's so thick.
Oh, okay.
Do you want a cookie that eats like a meal?
Yeah. Do you like cookies the way you like thighs?
Yeah.
Thick.
Like what? Thick.
Thick. Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious. I'm digging it.
Me too. And, we could sell them in the stores, too. You just sell one that's, 4 or 5 inches thick.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like just a loaf.
Yeah. Like you just took a roll of cookie dough and just sliced off a piece, like a big old thick piece of it. Here you go.
Well, yeah, a big old thick
Yep.
piece.
The old Puck-O cookie.
Puck-O cookie.
Delicious. Also, my favorite drinking place, Puck-O Cookies. They've got the best Irish desserts.
Fucking Puck-O cookie.
Go watch hockey, get some dessert.
Yeah, no, little Baileys.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, get a Guinness to dunk your cookie in.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Right?
Yeah. I'm in.
Hey, come on down to Puck-O Cookies. Not a rape. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, that's a good one. I kind of want a cookie now. This is savage.
I do too. Well, it's probably also because the last time we recorded, we did have cookies. So.
Oh, that's right, we did. Your mom just randomly came in and was like dispensing wares.
Yeah, she was like, "Here, I have like 1,000 cookies. Take all you would like."
Yeah. I should have taken more.
Yeah,
they were good cookies.
They were. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty much gone the next day.
To take more.
Yeah.
I should have just snatched a whole Tupperware in between the crack of the door.
Shut the door. Yeah.
Exactly.
You say thank you, but all it sounds like is
You know, it's like when you see those weird videos of like a stupid like male or duck hanging out way too close to the tiger pen.
Yes.
It's like that with a tin of cookies.
Yeah. And now we're watching a wild El Tigre.
Yeah, I do have that somewhere on here. Oh, there you go. El Tigre.
I'm just picturing now, like, a tiger paw just swiping a plate of cookies now. That's the perfect graphic for you as El Tigre, because everyone knows, you know, you do enjoy the chocolate chip cookies. So
I do enjoy the chocolate chip cookies.
A big tiger paw of them, just, yep.
There was a brief moment in time I was like, I might become Tyrone Bigums, but for cookies.
Right? They just find you in the store laying on the floor. You've just been eating wrappers of cookie dough.
Yeah, exactly. Just mainlining them.
Just peeling them back. Yep.
Got
Or
my
getting
my
those.
butane later. I'm just making like little mini cookies, just cooking them off.
Right. Yeah, because they got those ones where they just come in like the little tray thing, and they're little like cubes, and then you you just kind of mush them or they turn into cookies when you bake them. So yeah, you just got yourself a nice big spoon in your butane lighter.
First off, I gotta say, if you're gonna buy cookies already on a tray in dough-shaped cubes, cube-shaped dough, just buy a bag of cookies. What are you doing?
But this way, they're fresh baked.
Yeah, are they?
Well,
I don't trust no square cookie.
Technically, I mean they're freshly baked. I didn't say freshly made or made from fresh ingredients.
Yeah,
but...
that just occurred to me that is definitely a thing where you can just buy like a tray that already has cookies on it.
Yeah.
What is wrong with people?
Dude,
anything
to, for
throw
easy.
Cookie dough on a tray and put it in your oven.
Anything for things to be easier. Like I said,
I guess.
like why do bags of hash browns sell?
Yeah, that's true.
Unseasoned ones even. Just plain, it's like, seriously, get a grater and a potato, and ta-da, you have hash browns.
yeah, but Brian, that means I might lose a fingertip to the grater gods.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Hey.
Dude, listen. Sometimes there's a sacrifice for delicious hash browns.
It's a good death.
It's just a little fingertip. No big deal.
Although I'm more of a home fries guy myself.
That's fair too, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, bags of those sell too, you know?
I know, right?
How easy, I mean, it's so easy to cut a damn potato, but here we are.
It's called nice skill, son.
Yeah. But, I mean, listen, I'm sure we all have done it with stuff, where there's just certain things. Like, there's certain things, like, a good example for me would be almond milk. I can make almond milk. I have made almond milk. It's not hard. It's just a pain in the ass.
Right.
So, and when I did the math on it, you don't really save much money. The best argument you can make is that there's less ingredients. That's the best argument I can make for it.
That's fair.
Other than that, it's like, why should I spend 20 minutes making this when I can just walk into the store and be like, yoink, hey, look, I have almond milk.
Like, I for sure need this almond milk in my life.
Yeah.
And I have it. Instead of buying, like, a nut bag and a giant thing of almonds. And
Yeah.
I don't even know I'm assuming you, like, chew them up and spit them out, probably.
Yeah, basically, but you use a blender to do it instead.
Oh,
that's
weak
Here
sauce.
it is. This is how hard it is to make almond milk. Basically, you take your almonds, you soak them in water, you pour everything into a blender, blend the living shit out of it, and then you run it through the nut bag, basically, or cheesecloth, or whatever it is you have handy. And basically the liquid you take off of that is your almond milk. Then you just have this mush left over that essentially you can't do anything with.
Really?
I looked, and I mean, if someone out there knows of something to do with it, let me know, because this is part of why I didn't do it, or I don't do it anymore. Also,
seems like it's just like an almond paste.
Yeah, but it isn't, though. I don't know how to describe it. It's still really, like, grainy, and the consistency of it, I even tasted a little just because I had that same thought, because I was like, oh, maybe, like if you're having some ice cream, you put a little in there or something. No, it's,
you know what you could do is you can dry it out and throw it in people's eyeballs.
You're right. Make little balls of it and throw it at them. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I looked online, and most of the hippie websites I went to were like, basically we just throw it away. And I'm like, wow, seems incredibly wasteful.
That's so not earth friendly, man.
Yeah.
But bro, it's biodegrades.
I mean, it does. You know what I wonder is, if you could put it on something for, like, I wonder if, like, squirrels would eat it. Or something like that. But I didn't find anything that even said, like, spread it on an apple or, put it on a Thick cookie or anything,
Thick cookie.
Thick cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like dunk your testicles in it, get all crazy. Sometimes you gotta exfoliate. That's all I'm saying.
It wouldn't be bad if you could use it for something like that, but, not that I'm aware of. So, like I said,
maybe you can blend it in the soap. Like, I made a chamomile goat's milk almond soap.
Hey, don't knock that. I use a goat's milk on my face.
It's fresh from the goat.
Yeah. I just get under the goat. Yeah. That's how it's done, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm sorry you're not fancy enough to understand it. No, I actually have a bar of goat's milk soap because of the skin condition I have. It's incredibly mild, I guess. I don't know. It was bought for me. So
I mean, don't get me wrong. I use weird soap too. I use African black soap because it's like cocoa oil and JoJo oil, all this stuff.
Right.
Because I was just like, because it makes my skin feel nice. God damn it!
Right.
I'm a fancy gentleman.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I have this giant black bar of soap. It looks like a hunk of charcoal, basically.
What you don't know is that is what it is. Actually,
Oh,
it's
perfect. It's
like,
a big lump charcoal.
Yeah. Like, don't get too close to a fire.
Yeah, right.
Oh, man. Whew.
I know, right? So how you been, mate?
Not too bad, I guess. I've been productive this week. I've been
That's good.
really getting stuff listed on eBay that I've been wanting to do for a while, and done a few other things that I've been, wanting to do here. I got, they came out and had a look-see at my bed the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I talked about that on here, didn't I?
I think so.
Okay. Well, if not, my bed had a giant, like, divot in it, essentially, and it was just about 2 years old. Anyway, so the guy comes out, and he looks at the bed and goes, whoa. He's like, yeah, that's, and he's got this big block of foam that he sets down on it and gets a tape measure out. And when he looks, he goes, yeah, that's definitely defective, because I guess anything over 1.5 inches is of sinkage is defective. So
right.
He was like, yeah, that's definitely defective. And then we lift up the mattress so he can look at the box spring, and he looks, and he's like, well, it looks okay. And he lifts it up, to look at the bottom of it. And then we finds out
all the dead hookers.
Well, no, I cleaned all those too. I'm not that dumb. Come on.
Right.
I mean, what dead hookers? I'll edit that later. Don't worry about it. So he lifts up the box springs and goes, well, here's the problem. And I walk around and look. Yeah, the wooden like frame thing that's in the box springs was broken in 3 places.
Holy shit.
And basically, I'm fortunate that, it's got a thick mattress on top too, but I'm fortunate.
Said it wrong.
Thick. I'm fortunate that the way it broke, that one of the boards didn't essentially just spike through the thing.
That's exciting.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the first time I got cut by a bed. That last one I had, remember, I had scratches on me from that thing.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fucking
Jesus.
piece of shit.
You got some bad luck, man.
I've not had great luck, you're right.
You should stop doing big-time wrestling moves on them.
Shh. Never. It was weird, though, because the reason for that is because I wasn't told when you were there, when we went to get the bed. They never mentioned to me, hey, do you have a support for the middle of this bed? The guy asked me if I had a frame. I said yes. He said, okay. And that's it. He didn't say, well, is it a queen frame? Because I had a full that could be stretched into a queen frame. And those do not come with like a middle bar support, which for a queen bed you need apparently. So anyone out there, if you don't have a support in there, you're looking to have the same problem I did. So make sure you get something to put under there, like bed slats or concrete blocks. I don't know, whatever.
Well, we already covered the hookers,
right? And the guy, and they also
bodies.
They also didn't mention to me then that you don't have to use a frame with this set. Like, you can just put it right on the floor. Put the box spring on the floor and then the bed on top of it, because that provides, a flat base across the bed, so there's no point where it can basically hammock on you.
I mean, I get it, but I like having a actual bed.
Well, whatever. I mean, it's just just a frame. That's it.
I mean, where am I gonna chuck all my jacking rags?
You mean dead hookers?
Goddamn rich cunt!
Oh, okay, that was weird. That was the microphone cord playing sound effects.
Wow, big Goldblum fan apparently.
Big Goldblum fan.
Yeah. Oh man. So I gotta. I have to call this week to set up. I don't know, because I went and got the mattress and stuff, I may have to go back to get that, instead of it being delivered. Yeah, very annoying.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping they'll just deliver it, because I kind of feel like if it's in this kind of situation, I kind of feel like they should deliver it, because it's...
Yeah, they should deliver it and then pick up the shitty one and take it away.
But instead, I may have to take the shitty one out there and then bring the other one home. So
that's just dumb.
Yeah, I agree. But anyway, but on the upside, the warranty's still good on it, and so I can at least get a replacement for it. So the downside is that he's like, yeah, I wouldn't sleep on this anymore. I'm like, really?
I want to know more about this guy. Do you imagine some of the horror stories he's seen?
Oh, dude.
If that's his job, he goes around and inspects mattresses.
Well, the first thing he does when he looks at the mattress itself is he has to look for stains. Because stains, as I mentioned last week... Boy, that thing's really on top of it, huh? I may not need you for the podcast anymore. Your microphone might just replace you.
I know, right? That's crazy, isn't it?
Like, if I can't get you or Heno, I'll just call up your mic and be like, hey.
Yeah, exactly.
Want to do a show?
All floppy and crazy.
Yeah. So, this guy, the first thing he does is look for stains, and he's like, he's looking and he goes, okay, whatever. And he's, and I even said, I was like, I bet you see some horror stories. And he goes, oh yeah.
I imagine.
He's like, I've seen some that look like crime scenes.
Yeah, so I imagine he's seen some shit.
Yeah, and probably some blood and semen.
Oh,
and
my God.
Yeah.
What a weird job to have.
And God only knows what else.
Homes?
Yeah.
Huh?
I said, and God only knows what else. Can you imagine somebody, like, you show up and it looks like they just dumped, like, a hot and ready on the bed?
Yeah, for sure, right? That is just weird. He goes to people's houses and then looks at their mattresses.
Yeah.
What a weird job.
It is.
But somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it, exactly.
If Mike Rowe taught me anything, it's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Because he comes in, he looks it over, he takes pictures and sends them in, fills out the paperwork, and he's out the door. Remind me to tell you his name. I don't want to do it on the podcast for reasons, but, I'll tell you because I feel bad for the guy.
Oh, boy.
So, the downside for now is that since I'm not sleeping on box springs, I just have my mattress on the floor, and that's where I'm sleeping. So it took me back to my childhood. You remember I used to drag that one mattress off into the living room because my brother slept in the other room.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, what's funny is when you're a kid, you can handle that. When you're an adult, you feel it a little bit more.
Yeah, the old bones don't really do well without all that support.
Right. And don't get me wrong, it's still plenty comfortable. It's just, you can just tell. You can just tell that you don't have like the box springs and they're absorbing some of that as well,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's good times.
Well, if you learned anything, Brian, it's no more tombstone pile drivers right in the middle of the box springs.
Listen, you do sex the way you want, I'll do it the way I want.
Fair enough.
So how about you? How's your week been?
It's been all right. I mean, the day after we recorded last time, I went to a wedding where my nephew got married. That was cool.
Yeah.
I had saw some family I hadn't seen in a long time. It was nice to see him again. And the only weird thing was, it was up in Dundee, right? Mm-hmm. And they got this place called the Old Mill. Mm-hmm. It is just an old mill that it's now a museum, but you can also have events there.
Yeah.
So when we walk in, they have all the tables set up, and then they have like the altar over here, and all these like chairs and shit, so you can sit and watch people get married.
Yeah.
After the ceremony, we had to leave for 2 hours so they could set up for the reception.
Oh yeah, I've been to weddings like that before.
It's like, what do you do? Like, okay, so you got to move these chairs. Then what?
Yeah. What
are we doing? So I understand there's pictures and stuff too, but since it was in Dundee and everything's close, we just ended up walking over to like the little downtown bar that's there, and like a big group of us just in there just having some drinks and some apps and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just weird that like, okay, now leave for 2 hours, go entertain yourself.
That was one of the things I used to hate so much was how many weddings, like the wedding would be at 1 and the reception would be at like 4. And the wedding would take like half an hour. And you're like, so we get all gussied up to go sit for half an hour. Then we have to just go bugger off for 2 hours. And then we're supposed to come back. It's like, I hate that stuff. It's like, no, look, if you're going to want me to do these things, don't make me like, I don't know. I don't know. It just annoys me. It's like I appreciate the ones like yours. You guys got married. We walked up the damn hill. We did pictures, and then boom, right into the reception.
Yeah, exactly.
Done and done.
And it's like I would have been totally fine if they were like, hey, it's going to take us like 45 minutes to set up, can do pictures, but because it's a nice outdoor area around this place. Yeah. Like, hey, we're having like cocktails outside. I was
just going to say that there's a show on. Was it TLC or something like that where they show these weddings, and my mom was watching it one day, and I noticed that they did that because they had to reset the area after the wedding for the reception. You had to bring in tables and stuff like that, and during that time they had like an hors d'oeuvre / cocktail hour.
Yeah, that would have been perfect.
And at the end of that, then everybody was able to go into the main venue again. And it was, and like you said, it was like they had a nice outdoor area, and it's like, as long as weather holds, just do that,
Yeah, because it's not like they had all the tables set up for dinner. All they did was move the little altar, and all the chairs, and they didn't even like put down like a dance floor or anything.
So they had tables already there, huh?
Yeah, the tables were already set up for dinner.
Well, that's so weird, huh?
Yeah, so that's all.
Because usually that's what it would end up being, is they're setting tables up, probably, if it's a, depending on how they're doing the food, like if it's buffet or whatever, they'd have to set all the food out, whatever, or get food ready. Like, I get those things, but I don't.
Yeah, it's like, I was just like, well, whatever. So, we buggered off, like you said, and, I had a few beers down at the old tavern down there, and, but I don't know. But yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Hold on, I know I got notes in my thing, Brian. But yesterday, I was telling you we were supposed to pod. Forgot plans. Whoops daisy. Well, yeah, I was hanging out with my boy Mike.
Yeah.
That was an event.
Yeah, seemed like it would be.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's always told me about these friends he has out by where he lives, and he's like, oh, man, he put up a pole barn. It's incredible. It's incredible. Well, he's like, hey, come on out. We're going to be doing this Saturday. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy's pole barn is incredible.
He told you.
like it's straight up inspiration for, my next place of living.
Mm-hmm. Just go live in his pole barn.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, not even the inside. The inside was nice, because he had, like, like a beer fridge, that standard issue, but the outdoor area.
Yeah.
Because it's like out of the rain. It's covered up. He just had some like comfy chairs and couches out there. And there was like an outdoor TV, ceiling fans. He had a big old smoker. We were there to
Nice.
I don't think we got home till like 2 a.m.
Nice.
We're just, having beers and watching like YouTube music videos, and like it dialed them into Lil Dicky and stuff like that.
Right. Oh, that's not where I thought you were going to go. I figured it was going to be like Miss Peaches or whatever.
I kept saying like Ice JJ Fish, Ice JJ Fish, guys.
For sure. Yeah. Gotta run down the classics.
But yeah, that's I was talking to Michelle today. I'm like, man, that outdoor area is straight up like that's what I want in my life, in my future.
Yeah,
because I would be out there every day.
Yeah, that's why I said just go live there. I'm sure he won't care.
Exactly right. I mean, the 2 ceiling fans he had like moved the air. It felt good.
See, I like that somebody that they considered that. I've seen a lot of people with the outdoor areas. They have like no way of moving air, and it's like if there's a breeze, you're fine. Yeah. But if there isn't, it gets awful. Like on some days.
Like moving air.
Nice.
So yeah, I was just like, God damn, looking around, and dude's got this big ass smoker. He's like, oh yeah, I just got that. Paid he got a stupid deal on it.
Yeah.
It's like it's a pellet smoker, like mine. Mm-hmm. But if mine was a car, his is like full size, like an Escalade, a full size Escalade. It was just ginormous.
Nice.
Made me very jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I was just like, man, these are good. And then, as we're leaving, I'm like, man, anytime you guys want to come by, anytime, you guys are great. So I was like, excellent.
Yeah. You just randomly start showing up. Yeah. Well, he comes home from work, You're out there. Out. Yeah. I mean, if you had something in the smoker, he might be cool with it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll be like, I threw some beers in the fridge. Got something on the smoker. He might be like, cool.
Yeah. All right. Took care of the old lady. Tucked her in. You good?
Like, nice. Thanks, man. Yeah, beer.
No, it was a good hang, though. It was a good hang.
Yeah.
And, and all those beers that I've been, toting around with me since, I moved.
You finally got rid of them?
I took out there, and I got rid of a decent amount of them. Because I was like I showed up, and I grabbed beer out of it, and, Mike goes in the garage and gets a beer, and I'm like, Mike, I got a lot of good stuff in that cooler. He's like, nah, I don't want to feel like I'm taking your stuff. I'm like, bro, I bought it so it gets drank. Please, drink out of the cooler.
Yeah, it's not like you're lugging a collection around. Like, here's my limited reserve.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, no, please, I'm trying to empty that cooler.
Right. It's like,
oh, God.
It's like handcuffed to your wrist.
Yeah, it's honestly how it kind of feels.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there's good beer in there, but it's like not beer I want to drink every day, like heavy hitting bourbon barrel stuff.
So basically stuff I would start off with. Gotcha.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, so it was a fun night. I'm glad we went out. I did wake up today feeling a little rough.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, headache, all that shit. That's why I was telling you I went to the old house to try to do some more work in it, and I just took some aspirin. I'm like, I just gotta shut my eyes for a second. I ended up napping for like an hour. I got basically nothing done today.
Perfect.
Pretty shitty, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So it was a nice little weekend.
Yeah,
and
sounds
I think I'm probably a foolish thing I'm going to do, but I think in the future I'm going to take my kids camping and they're going to bring friends.
Yeah, that's probably a foolish thing.
Yeah. I was looking at some over the weekend. I took Leah and her friend. They wanted to hang out, so I packed up a picnic lunch. We went out to Maumee Bay State Park, and while I was there, I was like, let me check out the campground. I got the information, and then yesterday morning went out to Oak Openings because they got a campground out there in the Metro Park, and went and checked that. And I'm like, yeah, I think this is going to be a thing that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Both the kids want to bring friends on because I honestly. Leah, a long time ago, I'm like, hey, you want to go camping? She's like, and she was always like, no. So I told her this time, she's like, oh yeah, can I bring a friend? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's cool.
As long as your answer is yes, I want to go, sure.
Yeah, I was like, all right, that's cool. And then I'm thinking okay, Logan can't be a day away without his Xbox. So I asked him, like, hey man, I'm thinking about going camping. Your sister wants to bring friends. Is something you'd be interested in? He's like, oh yeah, that sounds great. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I honestly didn't think you'd say.
He's like,
say
no,
yes
no.
to
He's
that.
like, I got this rig I can plug into my car and
right?
power the Xbox. I'm good.
But he's like, yeah, why not? I'm like, because you don't get away from the internet very often. He's like, oh, sometimes it's good to get away. Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong. It's true. It is. Yeah.
No, he's not wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna look into this. Then.
I'm just seriously picturing him. You get there, he opens the trunk, like pulls out like a Tesla battery to power everything. He just starts laying out everything.
It's like one of those tailgating vehicles, open up and like the TV screen folds down from the trunk lid.
Like, no, we're supposed to be roughing it. Be like, this is roughing it. This is only a 40-inch TV.
Yeah. This is 1080i, not 1080p.
I mean, geez. I might as well be hunting with a stick. Okay.
I know, right? Jesus.
Oh
cat.
my God.
I just got all my shit knocked over. Thanks, kitty. Cats being assholes.
Yeah, that's what cats do.
That's what cats do. But other than that, it's just been like working this week. A lot of work, working here and going up to the house and packing shit up still, and getting actually tomorrow a realtor's coming out to put the house on the old market.
Oh wow! All right. Damn.
All right, that'll be something.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, right.
It certainly will. Yeah.
Things get weird, Brian.
Oh, they do. Yeah. It was strange when that house, on Daytona, when once it was officially on the market, because we still had a couple things we were going to do in there before it went on the market, but my grandma was in a real hurry to put it on the market. So, I still had stuff in the house when it went on the market.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I was there today, and I'm looking around. I'm like, the kids still have a ton of shit in here. I haven't got any of my furniture out yet.
Yeah.
I just haven't. And there's so much stuff in that house still.
Yeah.
We're getting a dumpster next weekend.
That's the move. That's what we did, too.
Like,
I don't know if you remember that. We had one out back to just throw shit away because of all the years of, between my dad making clocks and doing various crafts and whatever in our basement. There was just so much just stuff. And most of it really wasn't worth moving on, Yeah,
that's what I'm kind of wondering what's going to happen tomorrow. Because I'm sure the guys going to take pictures, but I'm like, there's shit everywhere still.
Yeah, I was going to say, it may not be picture ready just yet, but whatever. At least they can get an idea and everything,
Yeah, for sure. So it'll be, I'm sure it'll be an interesting meeting, to say the least.
Yeah.
But,
Be good fun.
Yeah. It's something like that.
As long as you don't, get one that, like my grandma had that we had wooden, in our kitchen, we had wooden drawers, right? Well, they didn't have, tracks in the drawer. They were old ones where basically it was just wood on wood, Yeah. So over time, you get sawdust because wood on wood, right?
Yeah.
Well, she was convinced that there were termites. So my grandma the woman told prospective buyers that there might be termites.
Oh, Jesus.
So my grandma basically had to give money off the house,
Right.
so that people could, pay to get it treated for termites. There were no termites in that house. I mean, there was.
Not.
But if so, it would have only been in like 3 drawers. That's not how termites work.
No, they're not that selective.
Especially in that kitchen where every cabinet was like legit real wood, like not like pressboard bullshit, type ones. They're real wood. And there was a ton of woodwork throughout that house. Yet there was no other signs. So I called Terminix myself and talked to him. And I told him what we had. I sent the guy pictures, and he goes, yeah. He's like, without coming out, he's like, I don't think you have termites. And I was like, I didn't think so.
Like, I know, sir. I just need the opinion of an expert.
Yeah, there was no structural weakness to anything. It was just, like, had I realized that was going to happen, I would have taken all the drawers out and would have gone in there with, like, a shop vac, basically, and cleaned it all out and then put them all back in. But, oh, well.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, What are you going to do?
Exactly.
Shithead. Realtors supposed to be on your side, you know,
Yeah,
because the
'cause,
more
I mean, they
money
get a
you
cut,
get, the
too.
more they get. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, you know, people equal shit. Thank you, Slipknot.
Oh, yeah. I heard that the other night, too.
Oh,
That was the
nice.
first Slipknot song that actually played off of my my iTunes shuffle. So.
Nicey, nicey. Oh man, but yeah, I don't know. It's just been a goofy week. I can't believe I gotta start the whole work thing up again tomorrow morning.
Oh, yeah.
Seems like bullshit.
I mean, it is. It really
if I'm being
is.
honest.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's probably the worst idea I ever had in my life.
I don't know about that. You've probably had worse ideas.
Yeah, maybe.
At least this one, there's a positive outcome to this one. You know, various bad ideas you've had, there weren't positive outcomes.
Yeah, that's true. That's a
Or
good point.
you might have thought there was, but then you went too far. And, it's like every time you're like, let's have some beers tonight. And you're like, that's a great idea. And it's like, let's have our 17th and 18th beer of the night. And you're like, this is not such a good idea.
Yeah, this has actually become a terrible idea.
Yeah. Why are we on the
Just
way to the
like
hospital?
that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, we got to go hit that sandwich place this upcoming week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sandwiches.
Sandwiches. Yep. Yeah, actually, they messaged me again. So.
Jeez, man, are they desperate or
Well,
something?
no,
What are they doing?
it's been another month, apparently. Like, it just passed. So I think they're
Wow,
offering
it's
to
like-
extend it again.
I was like, man, they sound like some thirsty bitches.
No, they're just, just trying to make sure brother gets a free sandwich. That's all.
That's true. Sandwiches.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with
Food
that at all.
looks strong on there, too. So
What
anyway,
about cookies.
I don't know. If not, we can find cookies.
See, cookies.
I don't know about Thea cookies, but we can find some cookies, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yep. Oh,
Yup,
man.
yup, yup.
So I finally, because I want to keep our streak alive of talking about Grand Theft Auto Casino,
Oh, might as well.
because I believe this will be the fourth week in a row we've mentioned it on the show.
Yeah, fair enough.
I almost forgot to get my penthouse, and because it expired on the 31st. Like, you had to get it by then.
geez.
And I was doing something. I don't remember what it was, and there happened to be a little thing on the side of it, an ad for GTA, and I was like, oh, yeah, so I jumped onto the Rockstar site, and when I was on there, I saw the, must activate by the 31st, and I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, shit, it's the 31st.
Oh, so you probably had to wait for the giant-ass GTA update.
Oh,
huh?
I did.
Of course.
Luckily, it got done in time for me to still be able, because you couldn't even go in and do anything, So, yeah, once that got done, I jumped in and got that all squared away and got my cash monies and what have you. So,
Nice, nice.
yeah, I've been dinking around in the casino. Have you spent any time in the... I mean, you said you were in the casino, but have you been back in it since?
I played the other day, like
Okay.
Friday, I think. Yeah, when I got home from work, I fired it up a little bit.
Have
It's
you...
entertaining to see people walk around their like goofy ass avatars.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, playing card games and
Yeah.
stuff.
Have you had the experience of, like, when you're up in the penthouse, like, there's people, like, attacking the casino?
No.
No? I don't know if it's because there's people outside on the terrace and if they think they can kill them because, the multiplayer aspect, or
Yeah.
if they're literally trying to, like, blow up my penthouse. But when I'm in the penthouse most of the time, I keep hearing explosions in the, like, screen rocks.
Really?
I think somebody's in, like, an attack chopper, like, trying to like, kill me, essentially, but they can't because basically once you're in the casino, you can't... I don't even think you can draw a gun in the casino. I haven't really noticed.
You can't even like run.
Yeah.
I was trying to like run around. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you got to casually walk.
Yeah, it's like they've nerfed everything except, like you said, walking, basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Although it was funny, the first time I went to the bar there, and it was like, oh, free whiskey. So, I had the whiskey shot, and my dude took 2 steps and just collapsed on the floor.
That's pretty funny.
I was like, wow, usually you got to have, a few before the game has you as drunk, basically.
Well, maybe because, your dude's like a low-level guy because, don't do much online play, right?
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about that. Yeah. I did notice, though, the next day when I started up my PS4, you know how it shows, like, the, like, what your friends have done in games, basically, recently, like, if they've got trophies or whatever. Like, mine, it said something like, got drunk for the 10th time or something like that.
That's pretty funny.
So I was like, awesome. Way to go, me. So
yeah, I've actually been playing a lot of the Arena War stuff in that.
Nice. I really need to play some more multiplayer stuff. I just haven't bothered.
Yeah.
I have no interest in playing the single player game, honestly. But
I really enjoyed the single player game.
Did you?
I'll be honest. Yeah.
I don't like the switching between characters thing much. So
it's like, because, I know we probably bitched about it before, but like I went online the other day. I was like, all right, I'm going to go, because every day you can spin the wheel at the casino.
Sure, yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to at least go spin the wheel.
And since I told you, I'll mention it on here in case anyone listening didn't know, if you go to the cashier in the casino, you can get 1,000 free chips every day.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Cool.
I just happened to go up there because I was going to cash some chips in or get more chips, whatever. And it said something like bonus. And when I went down to where it said bonus, it was like, here's your free 1,000 chips for the day. So I was
nice.
I was like, all right, well, that's really good to know.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I was standing there, like I pulled the map up so I could figure out where the hell the casino is.
Yeah.
And then it's just like some dude just flew by on one of those jet bikes, just blew me up.
Damn jet bikes.
And it's like, God damn it! Like, can't I just like enjoy life a little bit?
Yeah. And once you die, you can turn passive mode on to where you can't be killed.
Yeah, it's just,
which is honestly what I usually do unless I want to engage in multiplayer stuff. I'll usually do that, just turn it off, and then you can't get killed at that point. But yeah, that's actually part of why it's one of the reasons I don't play more, honestly, because like I want to go around and do stuff, but I hate how that's all people will do is they just spend their time going in there trying to kill the other people.
Yeah, it's silly.
And I really wish they would get rid of that. I hate it, or at least give you the option to just be like, yeah, how about no? And you have to die once first, which I think is stupid.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've told you, there's times where I'm like, I'll do something and be like, I just want to go to one of my other properties to do something, and I can't even do that without dying like 4 times otherwise.
Yeah, right.
Because someone's got an attack chopper or whatever. And it's like, God damn it. But I logged in last night because I saw that they have jetpacks for 70% off. And I was like, well, I got to go get a jetpack. Except there's still like $1 million.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I was like, okay, I guess I'm not getting a jetpack. Because I don't have that much money. Because I haven't played enough to really build money,
That's my problem is, like, as soon as I start building it, I spend it on something in that game.
It's super easy to do. They have a lot of things that are so overpriced in there, yeah.
Well, like I was saying, I was playing the Arena War stuff, and, and that has a big wheel.
Yeah.
When you lose, you can hear, like, you're up in this, like, observatory, and you can watch other people finish the race, or you can, like, spin the wheel, maybe get some stuff, so I'm spinning the wheel. And then it was like, I got AP, which are arena points.
Yeah.
And it's like, no arena points awarded. And it's like, what? I didn't understand why. It's because I needed to buy, like, a garage and become, like, an official racer.
Oh, okay. Well, that sucks.
So I was like, oh, shit. So I got a garage now,
Yeah.
So I can start leveling up in that, because I do enjoy playing the Arena War stuff. It's fun.
I haven't played any yet.
It's kind of like Twisted Metal,
Yeah, that's what it looked like when I first saw it, so that's cool, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I do enjoy it, but it's just like, it's like, oh, well, shit, that's another way to get you.
Yeah, yep. Well, I won in the casino wheel last night. I won $40,000, which was cool,
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, all right, that's helpful, especially when they tag you $700 a day for your casino staff stuff. So,
right.
I was like, well, so I just dinked around in a couple games, played some blackjack and whatever, and won quite a bit on one of the hands because I had bet. I forgot how much I bet to start, and then I got a king, so I split it, and when I split it, I got 2 aces. So
nice.
I hit double blackjack and got, I think I got like $500 or $600 right there, or chips. I mean, so I was like, ooh, nice, and So to the day I was in the good, but overall I'm down, because
casino.
Because casino, yeah, exactly. Because I noticed the slot machines aren't necessarily loose in that game.
No, I played a couple of them. Like, these suck.
Yeah. The only thing I've really done any good at is blackjack. So, which is funny because in real life that's the only thing I would probably go play. But I've done the horse racing stuff, and I keep getting the second place horse. It seems like every time I pick one, no matter what the odds are, that horse is second place.
That's weird.
Yeah. So I was like, damn it. I have not won once on horse racing.
Right.
But anyway, so, I get done with that, and I was like, I don't really feel like doing anything else in here tonight. So I log out of the online, go back to the regular mode, and, I just started running around with, I can't think of the character's name. The African American guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
that guy.
So I'm running around with him. I was like, I'm going to look around his neighborhood just to kind of see what all's going on and everything. And I wasn't like, as I was just randomly running at one point, I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't been over to the boardwalk area, where there's the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster and stuff. So I went over there, rode the roller coaster, which I thought was kind of cool that you could do,
Right.
You can get on the Ferris wheel, but I was like, why? Like,
not unless you can cycle to the top and just start popping.
Well, yeah, that would be a different story. Oh man, like a sniper rifle up there or something.
Right.
So I get back down, and I'm running along the beach, and I happen to see there's a dock with 5 jet skis on it, and I'm like, well, hello.
Yeah, you might as well.
So I jump on one of those. I hit a couple of ramps and, just drive around on that for a little bit. That was kind of fun. When I got bored of that, I took it way up the beach, which was because I kind of basically was just skidding, just drifting basically across the beach on this thing. People are running all over the place. That was kind of fun. But then I see over by that same pier where I was, there's this big pickup truck that's extended cab, wide, long bed, and I'm like, well, hello, because I haven't seen one of those. So I jump up in this thing, literally, you have to jump up on it and then open the door and get in, basically. So I'm just crushing around town in this thing, and I get it starts flashing this stuff how to duck while you're driving and how to shoot while you're driving, and and I was like, okay, and then the very next thing that pops up is you can't pick up prostitutes in this vehicle.
You can't?
No. I was like, what are you talking about? I could hold 40 of them in that bed alone.
Right.
So I was like, whatever. I'm not, I don't give a shit, So
that's hilarious.
I take it back to my house because I'm thinking, I'm going to park this thing because this will be badass for my new personal vehicle, essentially. Well, it fits in the garage, but it scrapes. And when I drove it in there, I couldn't get out and get out of the garage. So
wow, so it's a big bastard.
It's a big truck, yeah. If we play together, I'll have to show it to you because if it's still there, obviously. But it was, or if you're playing, it might not be in the multiplayer, but single player. If you just go way over on the beach, almost toward the boardwalk area, you'll see it because it's a huge black truck. But I was like, man, so I pull out, turn the truck around and back in thinking, maybe I can angle it just enough to where I can hop out and jump out of it. Yeah, I still couldn't.
Dukes of Hazzard or something.
Could not get out of the truck and into, out of the garage. So I was like, damn it. Because the only other thing I was thinking is pull it mostly in, get out, take another vehicle, and maybe kind of push it in. But I don't think the garage door will shut with it in it. So, and I think the garage door has to shut in order for the game to save it. I'm not sure.
So, too.
So I was like, oh, well, I know where it is. So I can just drive over there and get it if I want to drive it, basically, as long as it's still there.
True.
So that was, That was kind of funny. But then I just was running around some more, and I see this car that looked like a Dodge, like a Challenger type car, and I'm like, ooh, neat, so I didn't realize there was a cop standing right by me, and I broke through the window, and the cop's like, hey, what are you doing? And I just hopped right back out of the car immediately, and I didn't get a wanted star.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which blew my mind, because I've done that in the past, and you still generally get a wanted star,
You know what I kind of feel like we should be doing?
Playing the game.
Well, but I feel like we should, I know we're not professional gamers or anything, but I feel like we should, live stream this stuff.
So nobody will watch it. Yeah. Oh.
Like right to our, either to a Twitch or to our Salty Language YouTube or something.
Yeah, we should. Why not?
Yeah. We both have headsets. We both say dumb shit.
Very dumb shit, yeah.
Yeah, we should. I think we should do this someday.
All right. So the cop runs away, or not runs away, but when he goes away, basically, I'm just standing around like,
right.
I'm not doing any crimes. Does. Yeah. As soon as he's, well out of the way, I jump back into the car, and I start driving down the street, and there's I see this woman on the corner that looks like a prostitute, basically, and she's like, her legs like twitchy, and stuff, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's probably a prostitute. And right as I drive up, I see two cops right in the area. And as I pull up, a thing flashes on the screen that says, if there's police around, prostitutes will ignore you. And I hadn't even honked. It was just the game going, hey, we assume you're going to honk.
Yeah, we see what you're up to.
I wasn't going to, is the funny part. But then after that, I did, just because I was curious what would happen, and she starts looking around, literally almost doing the whistling while looking everywhere but at me,
That's hilarious.
Which I thought was really funny. As soon as the cops moved away, then she, comes right up to the car, which, was quite funny to me. But, yeah. I just like how the game just assumes you're going to be looking for prostitutes, apparently.
You're in this neighborhood in that car. We know what you're doing.
Yeah. It was really interesting walking around, dude's neighborhood, though. There's tons of people with, malt liquor in their hands, and a lot of people just laying on the street. And, they've clearly designated that he lives in a really poor/bad neighborhood.
Yes.
So, yeah, it was kind of weird walking around, especially when you see some really nice cars in that neighborhood.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, good fun. But, so that was, interesting, fun, whatever.
Good, clean fun.
Yeah, so I ended up playing the game for probably an hour and a half or so and really did nothing. Literally did nothing in the game.
That sounds pretty typical, that game.
Yeah, which is actually what I like about it. I like just doing whatever it is I want to do, And that's why I hate the, multiplayer online thing where people will just go around trying to kill everybody, Because it's funny because it's I know they're doing it because you can get money when you kill people or whatever. Yeah. But what I don't understand is the other night when I was playing, there was a dude, right as I was about to sign off, this guy invited me to join his crew or whatever. And I looked, and it looked like almost everybody who was on the map that I was on, was part of that crew. And I was like, see, that's smart. If everybody assembled like that, went around, just did job after job after job, everybody makes crazy bank doing that.
Yeah. Which is the move.
But nobody does that. So, oh well. So anyway.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, the one cat. I bought some catnip mice because I like cats. Give us toys to play with.
And you like
one
catnip?
Cat,
yeah.
That's her death cry. I just got this fucker.
Wow. Pour one out for that poor mouse, then I guess.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn battle cry.
That's an odd battle cry.
I know, it is bizarre.
Not very intimidating.
No, it's not intimidating at all.
But I guess once you already have something in the throes of death, it doesn't matter, does it?
This is very true.
And you could giggle like an idiot and, you're like, well,
still be fine and dandy.
I'm still boned. Yeah.
Man, I got some stuff we can talk about.
All right. Yeah, I'm done.
If you're into it.
I'm done ranting about GTA, so for now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let me copy this link. So, it's nothing like entertaining, but it is some stuff.
Okay.
Like, oh, what the hell? Why is my link? I'll do a different link then. Sorry. So apparently, Brian, there's this petition going on.
Yeah.
There's a province in the country of Turkey that's called Batman.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I like it so far.
It's in southeastern Turkey, and there's this petition going around that has more than 25,000 signatures. Way better than Storm Area 51. They can't get all of us.
Yeah.
To change the borders of the province to the Batman logo. Which I think is terrific.
This is definitely something everyone should get behind.
Yes.
This is doing the good work.
Yeah, it's great work.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's funny though, because it's like it gives you a little history of the province. In 2008, the former mayor of this province was suing Christopher Nolan, the director of the Batman movies, for stealing his city's names. He says, there is only one Batman in the world. The American producers used the name of our city without informing us. And then the mayor placed the blame of a number of unsolved murders and high rates of suicide among young women on the psychological impact of the film that the film had on the city's inhabitants.
Wow. That's a reach.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a big-ass reach.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of changing the borders of this province so it looks like a Batman logo.
Yes.
So for sure there's going to be a link in the, in the old links, the old show notes here.
Right.
That if you want to sign it, it's on change.org.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to sign, have at it.
Yeah. Get a bunch of people to sign that for sure.
Right.
Or not. I don't know. Whatever.
So I just clicked on change.org. 26,000 have signed it. They're trying to get to 35,000.
Yeah. But they need more.
They need more.
Mm.
And it just says, Batman needs some change. We can start with the border. By changing the border, we can make it more realistic.
Oh, God. Which is hilarious until those words haunt them in like 20 years when it becomes no man's land.
Yeah, exactly right.
The governments have been like, yeah, we're not sending any help anymore. It's now quarantined, and yeah.
It's over. It's now become Arkham.
Yep. What a mess.
Yep.
Yeah, it happens. That's what happens to good civilizations, Crash and burn.
Yeah, that's true, right?
Yep. Oh, man. Okay. So I got, this was fucking weird. And I snopes this just to make sure that it was real after I heard about it, because it was strange.
Okay.
It says, surgeons remove more than 500 teeth from boy in India.
I don't know, a lot of people attacking him and biting him? Is that why he had all his teeth in him?
Well, here, I'm going to read this because there's one line in this, and I'm sure you'll be able to pick out which line it was. It made me laugh a bit.
Fair enough.
7-year-old boy had long complained of having a swollen and aching jaw. Surgeons at the Savita, I don't know how to say it, Dental College and Hospital in India operated and found 526 teeth crammed up inside his mouth.
That's crazy.
The boy had a well-defined bag-like mass extracted from his jaw, which weighed 7 ounces and contained hundreds of miniature teeth. Once it was removed, the medical team took 5 hours to meticulously search through them and count them all. It was reminiscent of pearls in an oyster, one doctor said. That was the line, by the way. The hospital statement did not release his name. He was discharged, blah, blah. Each tooth, which varied in size from 1 millimeter to 15 millimeters, displayed a crown covered by enamel and with a root-like structure, according to the hospital statement. Though there's no problem in the growth of other teeth in the boy, the growth of molar teeth is permanently affected, and he requires molar implants after turning 16, they said. And they did not have to reconstruct his jaw or anything like that.
That is lunacy. That sounds like monster movie shit.
Right? That's why I had to look. Yeah. Because I was like, I don't know about this. This sounds like something weird from a movie or something. But, yeah, no, there's actually a picture where they've arranged a bunch of the little teeth. I mean, they're tiny, but still, that had to have been miserable for that kid, you know?
Yeah, right.
I mean, not having them removed, but just having them in there, you know? It's like, hey, Tooth Fairy's not real. Be like, bullshit.
Yeah, goddamn Scrooge McDuck over there with his teeth.
Yeah.
Could be a millionaire.
Right. Oh, my God. That'll be the best part, you know, is if the Tooth Fairy were to, I don't know how they're, you know, not customs, geez. I don't know if parents there tell kids about the Tooth Fairy or if that's just more of an American thing or whatever, but, yeah, can you imagine the parents trying to justify how they're not going to give this kid, especially at today's going rate apparently, which is a lot higher than it was when we were children for teeth?
Yeah, I know. I don't understand that at all.
Yeah.
I was lucky if I got a shiny nickel. Maybe a quarter.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I usually got about $1, like 50 cents to $1, something like that. But I know people who give their kids like $5 and $10 for a tooth. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's crazy talk.
That's crazy. Especially, like I said, you know, if I'm this kid, I'm scouring Google to see what the going rate is. Then I'm going to be like, well, 526 times. Tell you what, I'll even round it down to 500 to give you a break.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're family.
Like, we're going to negotiate.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. I'm curious to see that it doesn't say anything in the article about whether or not this kid could potentially start growing them again.
Yeah, maybe he's like a first X-Men or something.
Yeah. Oh, that's a really terrible mutant power.
Like Toothy Lad or something.
Yeah, I mean, at least if they grew like a shark or something, you could, do something with them.
Right.
You go around
Not
biting.
just have them they just grow when you're in pain. What a terrible power.
Yeah, they just grow in a sack inside your face.
Yeah.
Like, yay.
I can't wait to see the issue where Molder Boy fights Juggernaut.
Yeah. Juggernaut punches him in the face and ruins his hand because of all the teeth, you know?
Exactly.
It's like punching into glass.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Weird stuff right there.
Yep.
You want some more weird stuff?
Of course I do.
All right, this is some weird stuff. Have you heard of the ice dog?
No. Unless you're referring to, like, that you're a broski trying to get me to drink some sort of beer.
No, definitely not that.
No? You want an ice dog?
The ice dog is something that no one ever needed, but they're coming out with.
Okay.
From the people at Oscar Mayer.
Oh,
Brian.
okay. Shit, I didn't realize that was the name of it. Yeah, I know about this, though. Okay, I have something to add on to this. So go ahead, sorry.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So I'm just going to read the article, because why not?
Sure, why not?
Branding is difficult business to begin with. If your product has been around for a long time, it's even tougher to find ways to keep it fresh, to appeal to new customers, when it's time to shake things up and stuff. So, Oscar Mayer, the time is apparently today. National Ice Cream Sandwich Day. And the vessel through which it will connect with the people is an ice cream sandwich flavored with spicy mustard and hot dog meat.
Delicious.
The ice dog sandwich contains candied hot dog bits. In parentheses, we repeat, candied hot dog bits.
Mm-hmm.
Hot dog sweet cream, spicy Dijon gelato, and a cookie bun.
Yep.
This is my favorite part of this whole thing. Not only does it exist in the defiance of God and country,
wow.
If you're in the New York City area the week of August 12th, the Wiener will be able to serve one into you, or you can just slide in Oscar Mayer's DMs and try a sample elsewhere. So, would you try an ice dog sandwich, Brian?
Well, I DM'd Oscar Mayer.
Oh, did you?
I did. Because I was like, how can I not,
Yeah, fair enough.
especially when I read something like that. Actually, sorry, Twitter's not wanting to load. I wanted to read the response that I got from him. Because I sent him a message basically being like, hey, we would like to try this for our podcast. How can this happen? And they responded with, hi, Oscar Mayer's Ice Dog Sandwich is real. Our ice cream maker is churning our delicious candied hot dog bit ice cream as we type this DM. You'll hear from us with more deets soon. So.
Oh, well, I mean, if for some reason we get some lined up for the podcast, then I guess I'm going to have an ice dog.
Yeah. Listen, here's my thing. When you asked me if I would try this, I would for the story. Much like
for the goof.
We tried the ice cream, or not ice cream, I'm sorry, the hot dog beer.
Right.
So I figured if we try hot dog beer, we tried hot dog pizza. I mean, what the hell? We might as well have ice cream too, right?
Yeah, I guess, right?
I will say I am interested about the spicy Dijon gelato. Like, that's a weird thing.
What about hot dog sweet cream?
Delicious. What I want to know, what is the hot dog sweet cream supposed to mimic?
I don't know.
Because you have candied hot dog bits, which obviously gives you hot dog taste. So I'm guessing that's what it is. Is it hot dog water with sweet cream?
I want to say that the hot dog bits are mixed with the hot dog sweet cream to make the hot dog ice cream.
Oh, you're right. Actually, after looking at the
picture
here.
Because like half of it is like looks like vanilla, but that's probably the hot dog. And the other half is the Dijon gelato.
I'm also very interested as to why they did it the way they did instead of doing it half and half like lengthwise.
Yeah, because it's like, what am I going to do? Just have all Dijon and then? I mean, this is a terrible design.
That's actually what I was thinking too, because I was like, I don't know that I want a whole bite of spicy Dijon gelato, because it seems like you'd want to get the whole bite to be,
like you'd want. It looks like, if I'm tactically eating this, I'm biting right in the middle.
Me too, which is like a savage thing to do in most things.
Yeah, right.
Like a burrito or a taco, you don't bite into the middle of it. That's unless you're a savage.
It's like clearly you're a serial killer if you do that.
Speaking of, this is totally off topic, but also on topic. I was watching some show, we were watching Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives on Food Network.
Right.
And they were at this pizza place, and this guy goes to take a bite of the pizza. And, picture the triangle moving towards your face. He didn't bite it like most people do where you bite the very front end of it. He bit it just off to the side to where there was still the front corner there. It was almost like if you picture turning the piece sideways and then biting toward the bottom.
That guy's probably not from this planet.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, I'd keep my eye on that guy because he's probably got a manifesto. Yeah.
Yeah, check his trunk.
Yeah. I was like, who the fuck eats pizza like that? It's like
crazy people.
Like fold it up or, eat it just the way, most people do. But what's this all about? What are you trying to do with that?
Yeah, I don't even understand that.
That's so weird to me. Like, I want the guy's name because I want to question him,
Yeah, you want to question him.
Tie him to a chair, put the hot lamp over his head,
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a little waterboarding.
What's your angle here? Like, I feel like I should report him. They talk about how, we're in these vigilant times, how you're supposed to keep track or, notice things in people. It's like, I feel like I should report him for, suspicious behavior.
Oh, definitely. If anyone eats pizza like that, they should probably just be executed.
Yeah.
we don't need that weird pizza eating DNA in our on this planet.
It's like strange as hell, man. I don't know. I don't know how they put the guy on TV unless it was just to identify him,
Maybe so the country knows what to look for.
Yeah. They're like, oh, you're that guy.
Yeah, like clearly he's a lizard person.
Mm-hmm.
Can't eat pizza, right?
Right? Well, it does. It reminds you of, did you see, you remember, was it last year or a year before, whenever it was, when there was that shit going around in the internet of, was it Bieber or somebody like that, eating a burrito by taking a bite out of the middle of it?
Yeah.
And it was like, what the hell? Like, No, stop it.
I mean, he's not in touch with reality.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But there were other people who stood
to
by
be fair.
it. To be fair. There were other people who stood by that, though, which also, their names should be on a list.
Yeah, they probably are.
Yeah, like the no-fly list kind of a thing. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no
like
burrito list.
Chipotle. They just don't get served.
Yeah. What's your name, sir? I'm going to need to see some ID. Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. You're one of those weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't serve middle biters here.
Yeah. Middle biters. Like, you're right out.
Yeah, right out.
Wonder how that kid with all them teeth used to eat stuff, man.
Very efficiently.
Yeah, everything was well chewed, right?
Oh my God, so well chewed.
He takes 2 bites of something and it's chewed like 90 times.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure his street name was
Teeth.
Masticator. So bad.
Oh, that poor kid.
Poor kid.
I feel so bad for him. Yeah, so we'll keep everyone updated on whether or not we can get our grubby mitts on some ice dog sandwiches.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if for some reason we get some ice dogs sent to us, then I guess I'm going to be forced to partake.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah. This reminds me of, what was it? Damn it, I can't think of what the food was. There was something last year that it was macaroni and cheese candy canes. Remember when we were if we see them in the wild, we have to try them, but thank God we didn't see them in the wild.
Right.
Or we ignored them in the wild, whichever.
Yeah, like our brains chose not to see them.
Yeah. Like, no, they're right there, but I don't see anything. I
don't see them.
Empty shelf. What are you pointing at?
Yeah, it's like in Westworld when they make it so you just can't see the certain stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, I see cherry ones. I see Starburst.
Yeah, I don't know why there's this big empty space here.
You'd think they would mark or fill that, Guess not. Oh man.
So do you think any of our listeners have trouble falling asleep at night?
I mean, not if they listen to us.
It's true. We're boring as fuck.
Right. Oh, I was mean because they rub one out and right to sleep.
Well, funny you mentioned that because a German health insurer recommends rubbing one off if you're struggling to sleep.
Wow, I love it when that stuff like that works out. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because I know, there's the joke of, guys have sex and once they're done, they fall asleep. And it's like, well, yeah, because your body releases, stuffs that make you sleepy time afterwards. So it's,
exactly. It's called gallons of jizz.
Wow, gallons, damn.
Yeah, it gets aggressive sometimes.
I guess. Long distance relationships suck, man. What can I say? So like I said, so I've kind of known that kind of a thing. So I'm glad there's, someone from science is finally getting out there spreading the message.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Spreading the message. Yeah, I thought that was pretty, it was just like a little, I'm not going to read the article. It's just the headline itself was perfect, especially since you basically handheld everybody right to handheld.
Yeah.
Everybody right into it.
Yeah. I threw that ball right off the rim, just waiting for it to be dunked.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Sorry, man. Things catching up to me.
Sounds like Tony's already rubbed one out.
That's why I think I keep the camera up here, Brian.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you do. That's all I can say.
Yeah, jeez.
Thank goodness.
I have by far though the best story of the week, in my opinion.
Okay.
That I've seen.
All right.
Our friends in North, the lovely Canadians that we're fans of, and big fan.
Sure.
This hiker in Canada, she took a page out of your book. She was approached by a cougar.
Mm-hmm.
And she blasted Metallica to scare it away.
That's my move, too. Although, in fairness, most cougars, that may not work on. Metallica might, but you got to be careful. You can't play any like Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, hair metal stuff because that's just feeding the beast. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Says, This D Gallant, 45. Now, at what point is it officially a lady a cougar? By the way,
I don't know. There's a lot of arguing.
Is this a cougar coming after a cougar situation?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the official designation for it is. Let's go to Urban Dictionary and find out. You keep talking.
Yeah, good call.
I'll come back.
She said she was a few miles in the woods when she turned around and realized they had company, her and her dog. They were being stalked by a cougar.
Rawr.
Rawr. It says, at first, she'd never seen one that close before and realized the animal was approaching her. She yelled and the cougar stopped moving, but then retreat. She waved her arms, started yelling things like, "Bad kitty, get out of here."
Bad kitty.
But the cougar stood his ground. So then she got her phone and chose the loudest band she could think of, Metallica. She played "Don't Tread on Me."
All right.
And after a few notes, the cougar ran off.
More of a Megadeth fan, apparently.
Apparently, yeah, definitely.
Damn.
But she says, I definitely think Metallica saved the day there for sure.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty terrific, though.
Okay, so there's a bunch of posts on Urban Dictionary about this, and most of them say someone in their 40s plus, like 40s to 50s. But there's a couple on here that say like 30s or 30s and 40s. So I think a lot of it probably depends on your age.
That's true, because I mean, like, you know, if we're classifying her as a cougar in this article, she's only 5 years older than we are.
Yeah. Whereas, like, the cougar stories that we've...
Manthers.
Of course. Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never not be one.
Yeah, never not be a Manther, right?
Manthers, yeah. That's so terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was our high school, mascot, the Whitmer Manthers. Just a suave older gentleman with silver hair.
No silver fox, though.
No silver fox, for sure, Manther.
Man. Yeah. No sliding your hand down the back of someone's pants at a bar.
That's our lucha team. I'm El Tigre, you're Manther. You have cat masks?
You're right. I may have to, not abandon Senor Delicioso, but yeah.
No.
I'll just different mask. That's all.
That's for your solo, gig.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. The Manther. Like when you're in the ring wrestling, I'm just out cruising for babes around the ring.
Yeah, for sure.
Younger, of course.
Well, naturally.
Yeah.
That's what a Manther does.
Yeah.
You're
over in the corner reaching for a tag, and I'm like, "Hey, girl."
Trying to get numbers.
Yeah.
Handing out her phone. Yeah, just type your phone number in there for me.
Yeah. Hey, girl, I hear you thick.
Yeah, you like them thick cookies?
Like, El Tigre needs a tag. Nah, I'll be all right.
Because, of course, I'm talking third person.
Right.
El Tigre needs a tag.
Oh, man. I love it.
Yeah. This is a story I had to talk about once I saw it.
Yeah. Lucky for her that worked. Because,
yeah, right.
I don't think things would have turned out well for her or her dog otherwise.
Probably not.
Yeah. Unless the dog was smart. Like, she's standing there and she's like, "Get him, boy," or "Girl," whatever. And she turns and the dog's just hauling ass the other way.
Exactly. He's pouring barbecue sauce on her.
Yeah. Gives her a nudge forward.
Little sweet baby Ray's right on her.
Right. Bites her in the back of the knees so she can't run.
Exactly.
Dog's like, man's best friend. Sorry. And takes off.
Yeah, later, bitch.
Yeah. Like, oh, salty. Oh, my goodness.
Not a salty language.
No. Speaking of salty things, so I was playing this game on my phone called WWE Universe, right?
Right.
And at one point, there was a thing where it's, I don't know, there's like this story mode in it. And in the story, it showed Macho Man, and I have a picture of it because I had to screenshot it, and it's Macho Man, and he says, "Oh yeah, honey's too sweet for me. I like something salty, yeah." So, that's, oh my, That's erotic.
Yeah, right.
So I don't know if you can see the picture. I'm holding my phone up.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah. So I figured, that's a ringing endorsement from Macho Man for our podcast, clearly.
Clearly.
Much like back when you had Kevin Smith in our intro for a long time there, when he was saying salty language. Or I was listening to Chip Chipperson's podcast one night, and he actually says salty language, like something like, we don't like the salty language or something like that.
That'd be fun to isolate just for our show.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't write down.
Hey, Chipper, what do you think of our podcast?
Yeah. We don't like the salty language. Oh. Harsh, dude.
Harsh.
The cream of the crop.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I got two stories left. You got anything left?
I am tapped out, my friend.
All right. So, do you want the more serious one, or do you want the fun one?
Let's do serious. We'll end with fun.
Okay. So, the whole bullshit with, like, Aunt Becky and all the other, like, rich parents paying for their kids to get into college and all this, even though... Yeah. A lot of the kids didn't even want to go to school,
Right.
So, I saw this story the other night in this newsletter thingy that I get, and it said the next step in this, to cheat the system essentially, is parents are giving up custody of their kids to get need-based college financial aid. Like, parents who can afford, like... basically parents of kids who the kids would not be able to get financial aid because parents make too much money, right?
Right. So they're just loopholing the system.
Yeah.
They're shitheads.
Yeah, they're giving up custody of their kids to, like, an aunt or an uncle or something of that nature who would qualify, basically, or doesn't disqualify the kids. Then the kids can get all of these grants and loans. And, it's like...
They should really look into stuff like that.
Yeah. I completely agree. Or is it like this line from here? There we go. Parents are giving up legal guardianship of their children during their junior or senior year in high school to someone else, a friend, aunt, cousin, or grandparent. The guardianship status then allows the students to declare themselves financially independent of their families so they can qualify for federal, state, and university aid. It's a scam, said Andy Borst, director of undergraduate admissions at the University of Illinois at Urbana, Champaign, whatever. Wealthy families are manipulating the financial aid process to be eligible for financial aid they would not be otherwise eligible for. They're taking opportunities from families that really need it.
Yeah, it's like you're a wealthy just pay for it.
Yeah. No, I'm not in any way for this. Like, I think it's horseshit, but...
Oh, it is horseshit.
I can understand it I've known people whose parents make good money, but they can't afford to pay for the kids' school.
Right.
Like, they make enough to live on, and they don't really also have another $60,000 to pay, for the kid to go to college.
Yeah, for little Timmy to go fuck off for 4 more years.
Right. So it's like, on those I wouldn't have as much of an issue. But if you make buttloads of money, like where you literally can pay for your kid to go to college kind of a thing, it's like, come on. Like, you are seriously taking opportunity, especially the grants. The grants are out there for people who generally are for, like, low-income people, Yeah,
for sure.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's real shitty.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you. I'm hoping that somebody will get a hold of this and, start turning this around, especially in light of the other thing.
Yeah, it's just...
Yeah.
I mean, I whatever. I get it. They're probably like, well, we didn't get all these millions by playing by the rules.
I mean...
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Which I get, but at the same time, it's like, hey, piss off.
Yeah. And I get it, too. Anytime, especially money's involved, people will always exploit any loophole possible,
Yeah.
Whether it's this kind of thing, Magic the Gathering, just whatever it is. If there's money or a prize involved, people will manipulate it.
Right. I don't know, whatever. Whatever, Trevor. Some of that stuff just, it's like this little article I read When it was, it's like, hey, how did this family of four go from being like, hundreds of $1,000s in debt to having over $300,000 in savings?
Prostitution, obviously.
I was just at break at work, so I'm like, I don't know. Clickbait, how did this happen?
Right.
So I clicked on it because it worked. And it was like, oh, well, hey, they stopped buying new cars, and now they drive used cars, and, oh, they stopped going out to eat all the time because they're spending like over $1,000 a month on going out.
Yeah.
And they both have like well-paying jobs, so they don't spend money. They both make good money. Oh, that's how it happens.
Yeah. The same way that businesses make money by closing stores.
Yeah.
Because you eliminate overhead and, bleeding stores, and then all of a sudden you're making this massive profit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hollywood Video did that for a while.
It's just like, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here's how you solve your problems. Make more money. You don't say.
Boy, that takes me back to a moment at the shop. Just sell stuff.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, you don't say.
Huh. Like,
is that how it works?
Wait a minute.
We've been doing this all wrong.
Gets out a book that says, business book. Let me get me some of that learning you got. Huh, it does say sell stuff.
Look, that's crazy.
Fucking A.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Most of these people are shitheads. I'm sure there are some, like I said, there's probably some using the loophole where it is actually like I said, I would have less of a problem with it, but in the end, it's like, nah, this loophole needs to be shored up.
Yeah, it sure does.
It's just the bottom line on that.
It seems awfully shady and shitty to me.
Yeah. Because, most of the people doing this are probably not going to be the people like I mentioned, the ones where it's like the cutoff is whatever it is, and they make like $5,000 over that cutoff. And it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, we really, we've got 2 car loans, a house mortgage. We got, it's like, yeah, we make good money, but it's all tied up in not unnecessary stuff either. Like this is literally what, it takes to live somewhere. But yeah, anyway, shore that up, people. Really, this is the kind of shit that there should be petitions to look at and change,
Yeah, for sure.
Because that's
that and the Batman thing.
That and the Batman, of course. Yeah. Forget Area 51.
Oh yeah, naturally. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Because it can't stop us all.
That's what we think.
Yeah. Oh, I've been practicing my Naruto running.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about the Naruto running part because I was going to say, I don't know. They are loaded with weapons. They might be able to kill us all.
Yeah, but Naruto running.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that may shore it up. That
exactly.
Evens the odds for sure.
Yeah. Yep. It's over.
That, and if I've learned anything from games, I'm going to zigzag and hop. So
definitely hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do a little Metal Gear, just get in a cardboard box. Wait for everyone to walk by.
Yep. Where'd he go?
Yeah. It's perfect.
It's clearly not in this oddly shaped cardboard box that's breathing.
Yeah, that's randomly here. It's breathing.
Oh, shit. All right, so the good news.
Oh, yeah.
Or the good story that I had, which is cool. We actually talked about something about this years ago because, we've been on forever. It says Super Nintendo World is coming to Universal Orlando theme park.
Really?
Yep. Remember we talked
goddamn time
a while ago. Jeez, we talked a while ago. We talked a while ago about how they were going to do this in Japan.
Right.
And it's not like official yet. Like this is a leak thing, but I read something the other day that Universal was talking about expanding to add like another like park or two to their already existing gimmick. So, yeah, I like this.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is.
They better have actual Mario karting.
From what this reads, it says Universal Studios is planning to open a 3rd theme park in Orlando, Florida, called Universal's Epic Universe. The park will allegedly contain rides and attractions from a wide variety of film properties, as well as Super Nintendo World. According to the informant, Super Nintendo World will be the most important part of the park, with a heavy emphasis and presence in marketing for Universal's Epic Universe, which makes sense because if you think about it, it's like whenever people sell old video game systems, the ones they tend to pine for are Nintendo ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Nintendo is the only company who has product that actively moves consoles now.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's still some other games that'll move some stuff, but you know, for the most part, it's Nintendo's still got that market pretty well captured. You know, so I can totally understand how this would be a big draw. Plus, who wouldn't want to run around in like Mario World? That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, I know, right? Coin blocks and shit.
Right? According to the
mushrooms, getting crazy.
Right? Yeah. Eating flowers and throwing fireballs. You know,
yeah, exactly.
Hammer suits.
Chucking lizards in the pit so you can jump higher.
I can't wait to get my Tanuki suit.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Dude, if they have stuff like that and they don't sell those suits, they're missing a big opportunity.
Yeah, they're real dumb. If
big opportunity.
If you can't buy a dopey cape or, like you said, a raccoon tail.
Right. Or, it'll be an anal plug, but whatever.
I mean, it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. That's how Mario wore it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just tradition.
Like, you didn't realize he had a butt flap in that costume. And
right.
Yeah. It says, according to the leak, Super Nintendo World will open with at least 3 rides. This includes a Mario Kart ride, Donkey Kong's Minecart Madness roller coaster, and Yoshi's Adventure, which I don't know what that is. Probably his adventure through puberty or something.
Exactly. See, I was hoping it'd have not a Mario Kart ride, but actual Mario Karting.
Well, it depends, like, because it may be like that, you know, but you know how it is. Like, have you been to Universal?
No.
Okay, a lot of their rides there are very, like, you sit in a thing and they take you through an experience, basically. And they're really, they're fun, but I'm with you. I would rather be able to get on.
I could see that, though. Like, make it kind of feel like you're playing Mario, because I know Universal has, like, the rides have alternate endings and shit.
Yep.
Like, you could ride it twice and it's not the same.
Yep.
And
so you could do the same thing with Mario Kart 2. Everybody who gets in is in a different cart. And, you know, I won this time, you know, type of thing.
Yeah. I could kind of see that.
Yeah, so I figure that's what they'll do. Because, like, the Harry Potter Quidditch ride, which I don't give 2 shits about Harry Potter for the most part, you know. But I will say that Quidditch ride was pretty fun. Like, you're, you know, allegedly on, like, the broom flying around and shit.
Allegedly.
You know, and the way the thing moves and with the screen, it really kind of feels like you're, you know, flying and moving around with it. It was pretty awesome, you know. So I can totally see that being a really fun type of thing. But I'm still with you. I would still rather be able to get into the cart and drive on a course that looks like Rainbow Road or, you know.
Yeah, not even
throw
like
bananas at people
or anything like that.
Oh,
but just
yeah.
To have tracks that kind of look like, you know, some levels or whatever. But
because picture this,
it would make more sense to do a ride like you were talking about.
Yeah, because if you're sitting in this seat or whatever, they could have it to where someone throws, like, you know, throws a banana essentially, and the thing kind of could start spinning.
Yeah.
You know, as though you've spun out type of a thing or whatever. You know, I don't know exactly how they do it, but I'm sure they'll figure out something. They're pretty good at it. But
I really hope they have like a Legend of Zelda world, and you can just go in people's houses and break all their pottery and shit and steal their stuff.
That would be
That'd be cool.
Oh, man. You know what's interesting about this, though, is that it says that the one in Tokyo still hasn't opened.
That's weird.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. So, yeah. But it says that Nintendo and Universal are hoping to get the park open in time for the 2020 Olympics, which will be in Tokyo. Which, that would be incredibly smart.
Yeah, for sure.
Although, I don't know, maybe it wouldn't be. You know, because I'm sure it's going to draw a bunch of people anyway. Can you imagine having that Olympic crowd there, too?
I mean, you know, it sucks for people like you and I who are just, like, not jamming that. But, I mean, as a business owner...
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you want people... Yeah, you want too many people, sure. But
all these people from around the world there, and then you'd be like, boom. Mario bitches.
I hope that if nothing else, they at least have. I mean, hopefully adults can do it too, but at least have a little play area where kids could run around and jump up and hit bricks, or not bricks, but
like coin blocks.
Yeah, just something a little fun like that. So I hope they have one for adults because that'd be so much fun to go do.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah. So yeah, I thought that's
pretty cool.
Pretty neat stuff.
I'm digging that.
Yeah, me too. Especially with it being, stateside, because in Japan, that's me going there slim and zero. Although I've heard Tokyo's an awesome place to go. Travel. So
fair enough.
Orlando's a different story. I can hitchhike down there. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
ass grass for gas.
That's right. No free rides.
Yeah.
Yep.
Free rides.
That's how it works. All right, so I got kind of a weird shut up and take my money, I guess.
Oh, all right. There you go.
Shut up and take my money.
Thank you, sir.
Shut up and take my money.
Remix.
Nice. Oh my God, what is this all about? Wow, sorry. As I pulled this up, there's a picture off to the side that says we can't wrap our heads on how cute these burrito cat wraps are.
Delicious. I love
No, they're not for eating.
Like a fusion meal.
No, they're not for eating.
Oh,
they're just for swaddling your cat. Especially after it kills a catnip-filled mice.
Yeah, but burrito.
Yeah, I know. All right, so this is from a site called BoardPanda.com.
Okay, I've heard of this site before. And
somebody has made a bike helmet that looks like Lego hair.
That's amazing.
And I kind of want one. Shoot, sorry, I forgot. I meant to send you the link here. I got you. Real quick, y'all.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah. I would hope that maybe they'd come out with, other ones. I don't know if you can... It looks so dumb on the guy in the picture at the bottom. It just makes me laugh how they're like, oh, we tried it on a real person and it looks awesome. No, it actually doesn't. It looks pretty ridiculous. But I still want one. In fact, I should just Photoshop my face in there. Oh, man. Although if I got one, I'd take the stupid strap off of it.
But why, Brian?
Well, maybe I wouldn't. Didn't we talk about having like toupees with straps?
Yes, we did. We certainly did because we're idiots.
Well, here we go. Now we know what it looks like. Because that's basically what this is. It's Lego hair, and then it has the strap on it so that it doesn't fall off your head. But oh man,
yeah, I'm not mad at it.
Oh, I'm not either. I'm looking for a price. I didn't see a price in there.
I mean, if I could get a hard hat at work to look like Lego hair, I would for sure wear it.
It's not a thing yet. Okay. They created a prototype. That's what it is. Oh, okay. All right. Damn. I thought it was already...
Regardless, if I could, like I said, get a hard hat that looked like that, I would be
all
over
my God, right? That'd be so awesome.
Yeah.
The best part would be is if you had this one because it's got that like swoop hairstyle. Is if you were constantly like tossing your head to the side like the kids who have that hairstyle,
Right.
Like just everyone's looking at you like, what the hell's he doing? Oh man. Shit. So I had one other thing that was going to be a shut up and take my money, but instead it can be they can go right to hell unless they change their plans.
Oh, so
disqualified.
Basically, yes, because Sony is making I forgot what the thing's called, but they're positioning it as a personal air conditioner.
Okay, I saw a little bit of that earlier this week.
Okay, and basically you have a T-shirt that's got like a pocket in the back, kind of just below, like right in between your shoulder blades, basically, a little higher, and you put this gizmo in there. And it can cool your body. I forgot, was it like 10 degrees or 15 degrees? Something like that, I think. And when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, this is, if there's ever been a shut up and take my money for Brian, this might be it,
Right.
And then I was like, oh, it's only going to be available in Japan, apparently.
Of course.
the shirt sizes only go up to XL because, they ain't thick over there like we is over in this country.
Right.
And the thing's like $117. And it lasts for like 90 minutes. So I would clearly need at least, 12 of them. So that I can stay ahead of my heat curve. But I was like, how great of an idea is something like that? Would that be for like beer fests or, outdoor things that somebody like me doesn't do well at because it's blazing hot, essentially,
Right.
That might help keep me at a, non-blackout temperature.
I mean, that would be ideal, right?
Yeah, that's where I prefer to stay,
Yeah.
Just like I saw, was it the Ipsy Beer Fest was this last weekend, and I was like, "Oh, memories,"
Right.
of almost dying twice.
Of almost dying.
Yeah, but yeah,
You'd be all right, Brian. You
Yep.
didn't die.
Yep.
Not this time.
No, not this time. Well, stuck to the plan, which is me not going.
Yeah, good call, huh?
Yep. So go me.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I would have been really excited about that product, except for even the price wouldn't stop me. Eventually I'd probably try to come up with a way to get one.
Right.
Or really, I would need two, because since it only lasts for 90 minutes, I'd need one to charge while I just slide the other one in. You know how it is.
Slide it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. So there we go. That's all the things I has for this week.
Oh, yeah. I am also spent myself.
All right. And
Yeah.
you have no more stories.
Hey, actually, yeah, you're right. I am pretty fucking tired all of a sudden.
Well, that's what happens when you rub one out before the show's over.
I know, silly goose.
I always tell you, wait till we get to the end stuff, but you
Yeah,
just
I
don't
can't
listen.
help it, Brian.
I know. Well, we
What do you
did talk
got?
about cookies quite a bit. I mean, that'll get you nice and
that's
randy.
pretty exciting. I
Yeah.
say so myself.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to go give some cookies a good rogering right now?
Boy, would I.
Go give him the old Pucko cookies.
Right?
All right. Well, I guess with all of the things we've just said, hopefully you've enjoyed yourself. And
Probably not.
Thanks for listening for 8 years, if you've been around all that time. And if so, boy, I hope you're in therapy, because there's got to be something wrong with you.
Yeah, I know, right? Good call.
8 years of this nonsense? Yeah.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Yeah. So, like I said, thanks to anyone who's listened, whether you're new to the show or you've been around, a grizzled veteran, if you will.
Old grizzled veteran.
Yeah. So, I guess until next time. Oh, wait, no, I have to do the whole go to saltylanguage.com part.
Jeez, Brian,
Jesus, Brian,
jeez.
what am I doing? Act like you've done this once or twice.
All right, it's only been 8 years.
Or 400 and some odd times. Head over to our website. All the links to social medias is over there. You can see links for the networks we're part of, like the Tangent Bound Network and
Danger! Watch your back! Danger!
Entertainment.
Hell yeah.
So go check those out and find some other shows that you may dig, think are cool.
Dig like?
Yeah. That's our new website.
Perfect.
Dig. I'm sure dig.com won't go after us.
No, not at all. Well, we won't do it with 2 G's. It'll be 3 G's.
No, 5 Gs.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, just like the phones.
Just like the phones.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Better yet, instead of using a G, we'll use a 6.
I like it.
Yeah. They'll be like, die 6 like?
Like, what? I don't get it. What's with the kids these days? And they see us and
Yeah.
like, oh,
And then,
for sure not kids.
and then we're like, actually, it's dig-like.
Yeah, did you like it?
Yeah, or like digital,
Yeah, duh.
Duh. So we can be the assholes like the GIF people. And I don't mean the peanut butter
exactly.
people. I have no problems with peanut butter people, but
I mean, I guess.
they make peanut butter.
They do make peanut butter.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to contact the show for, to pat us on the back, to congratulate us, to tell us how great we are, all the normal things,
Naturally.
you can email us at saltylanguage@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at salty_language. You can find me at Tsunami.
You can find me at Monotony. You can also find us on Instagram. And, I guess we're on Facebook, but I'm pretty sure Brian and I don't even pay attention anymore. So don't even bother. Salty Language Pod on YouTube as well, because, like I said, I think we should start doing some of that streaming stuff with the internets, the video games.
That reminds me of that Bob Newhart gif I told you about. Is this an internet?
Yeah. Is this an internet? Exactly.
Oh, man. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Tsunami, I believe, or something. I don't know. Whatevs.
So.
Yep. So there you go. There's all the links to us pretty much. If not, they're on, like I said, they're on saltylanguage.com. So make sure you head over there. All the show notes, or links to the show stuffs that are there. The show note links will be in the description as usual, which I know some aggregators don't, or podcatchers don't recognize, and some do. I think most of them are starting to recognize links now. So
Right, which is good.
Yeah, they should.
They really should.
Yeah, they definitely should. So, yeah. And, one last little shout out here, which was former guest of the show, Jonathan Diener. His band Baggage just dropped their first full-length album.
Nice.
I believe it's called Life in Misophonia, which has a special place in my heart. Because, for anyone who doesn't know, misophonia is for, people like me who, if I hear someone eating, I literally want to murder them. It causes me pain to hear people, eat, and different sounds just really trigger it and stuff. So, have a look at that condition online. It's good fun.
Good, clean.
Yeah. But anyway, their album just dropped, so, go check that out and, help them out. Help a former guest out.
Yeah, help a brother out.
Yeah, he's a good guy, too. And go back and listen to our episode with him.
Definitely.
I don't remember which one it is, but it's Enthusiasts, and I don't remember if I put Jonathan or Jono Diener on there.
I want to say you did a little bit of both.
Yeah. So, there you go.
Yeah.
And until next week, when we still are in amazement that we've done this for over 8 years.
It was pretty crazy.
I guess, as always, have beer, you'll be fine.
Stay salty, y'all.
And come on down to Pucko Cookies. I got nothing.
Good old Pucko cookie. Yeah, I got
nothing
either.
Where you can get them thick cookies.
Yeah, buddy.